say anything negative towards her
Yeah.
because I don't know how they start their stuff and things like that. What I've gathered is that she traveled as a Bo. Bo is a family from Bapley in the County where my maternal family come from too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, very popular person. And I think one of their brothers, Johnny, was a very big person in the Dole government at the time. So they had huge opportunity to travel in the States at the time, like the Dole family too. That's why you see a lot of people from Grand Gita and other southeastern part of the country who are in America today. It is because most of them were like, related to the
So
Dole
to
and
the door
stuff. Their
family.
family were threatening and all of this. The resettlement program. Myself, some kind of way.
Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, so there was a scene with Cicero Paul. Cicero is actually biologically a Kun. She traveled as a relative to Paul. In the Mali got it Paul. That's the
Mm-hmm.
original name.
Okay.
Yeah. So she went in the States and whatever happened between she and her brother, whether it was because for her brother to get status and whatever it is. Maybe people have been doing that kind of
Mm-hmm.
thing. But to reach the point where I'm taking some issues from is that I heard her say that there was certain she show a document
Mm-hmm.
that Richard turned over this property to me, and now he doesn't want to relinquish the property to me. These are some of the issues. Point about divorce and this and this and that, and so I mean, what is happening for me is wrong. If she's doing this for politics, I think it's also dragging the family name in the mud.
Yeah.
And the argument about
Even if it is for property,
yeah, dragging the
go to
family.
let me go to court. If you had agreements
Yeah,
on
exactly,
paper, go to court.
exactly. But in the media and all of that, calling him Nigerian, there are other people who have some parents or parent from one side, other one from the other
Yeah.
side.
Mm-hmm.
So for Rich's mother being a Nigerian and he being born by a Liberian
Yeah,
father
Iberian
in
father.
Liberia, there's no way. So that one is not an argument.
We're not even out of Liberia.
Exactly. So I mean that's not an argument.
Mm-hmm.
So that why when she was chatting, oh, if I really it's a Nigerian. No, I don't think so.
Yeah.
So that one is not the issue. The issue is
And I think she's talking too much. I saw the two different
I,
quotes from her about where she
I
graduated
understand that
from.
she ran in the 2023 election. Either she ran in one of these districts in Maserati. Yeah. So it means she's a political person. How
Okay.
you can call it a politically exposed person?
Okay.
Yeah, so she's a political person in Montreal because for the fact that she's been in elections and all of that, she's a political person.
Mm-hmm.
So I think what is happening for me, my point here is Fatu, that people then that lawmaker they who sitting over there and talking say they want to remove somebody. I don't know whether it is because of this controversy with the Kun family or it is something they've been planning ever since. I think if they make attempt to say the house will not have quorum, they will not attend the president's State of the Nation address. They will be provoking the Liberian people, and we should be preparing for a mass protest in the country. Yes. I know somebody will say, oh, why when they were removing Kofa, there were not a mass protest. Well, it appears that they had issue at the time and they were doing it. I know some people even protested Vendela Patrick's and other, right?
Yes.
Yeah. But for you to come back after I don't know how many months to say you want to remove speaker
It
again,
was Mandela who said they're going to
regroup.
regroup. Okay.
Exactly. Yeah. To come back again after just 6 months while the country trying to settle, you say you want to remove somebody, you are provoking the population and any attempt they will have a mass gathering of people to deal with. I'm the one saying I'm not gonna organize protests, but I'm speaking as a Liberian. How we interact with the people in the communities every day, right? As ordinary people, Fatu. So if you bring out a new argument about removing people, you have the people to contend with.
What I'm saying is, like I said, the law should take its course. Number one. Number two is that, I mean, there will always be people who have some problems, who have some issues. I mean, in their closets, they call it skeletons in their closet. So once the skeleton come outside, removing the person. I mean, let the law take its course. I think it's a judicial issue. The woman, if you think that for property business, she should have carried home to court if they made some agreements. But now it has come up and that go to the law now. So you can't and say the man should move the man should recuse himself, even if you are not like you can judge people.
That you can enjoy people, yeah?
Yeah, you just you just trying to make it talk clear. Like you can judge people and they can't
When
doubling the question.
you thought it one, put it one day, then you put it one day. Now you can judge people, yeah? I mean, so Fatu, we are expecting Senator Momo Cyrus here in maybe 6 minutes, like that. He will be, yeah. So he will be here shortly.
So we are joined by Sylvester Tamba.
Yes, Sylvester Tamba. Sylvester, good morning.
You want me to talk clear?
Yeah, made it talk clear to what happening between Lova and K-Mount.
Good morning and Happy New Year to you all.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, the New Year was wonderful. This New Year celebration, it was wonderful. And I want to be grateful that at least I made it.
The New Year celebration was wonderful.
Yes, it was wonderful. Because
wow.
The New Year it was wonderful. Look, you have to be grateful to God, just by seeing the New Year. A girl who is staying with me, her mother passed away on the eve.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's
so
sad.
it was from that point. I said, I see why people can say, yeah, some people did not make it to the New Year. So she died on the eve of the New Year.
Wow.
Yeah. So on the other hand, I'm actually bereaved, but I'm happy that I'm into another year from January 1 up to the 26th, up to January 1, 2026, it is another, great moment for me. So I should be thankful to God for seeing this day. But on the other hand, I am bereaved. All right, so yes.
On your bereavement, have our sympathy. Our sincere condolences.
Yeah, thanks ever so much. Thank you. Sometimes I told people, at time like this, God. It's just it's just somehow. So everything is just giving thanks, whether good or bad. So I must be grateful to God for this day. So regarding the county meet, the senator is already here.
Yeah.
Yes, so the senator is already here, but this county meet will go down in history in terms of law and order, because we have seen the both parties using the law trains. Remember, Grand Cape Mount County filed protest against LOFA, and they won, and LOFA also took an appeal. So LOFA won the appeal. So the senator is here to address these things.
Yeah. Okay. You ask all the top.
That take a very short break to be right back.
But let's go for this break. Yeah.
This short break.
Okay.
To be right back.
Okay. So we want to say welcome back to the OK Money Watch, and we already have the senator with us in studio. Since Sylvester is our spokesman, we would join Sylvester to start this interview. Sylvester, good morning and welcome again. Senator, good morning, welcome.
Good morning. Good morning. Thanks for inviting me.
Okay.
Okay, Senator, Happy New Year. How is it?
Oh, Happy New Year. Thank me is a wonderful thing that we all have seen 2026 in a healthy mindset. So I want to say thanks to the Almighty God and thanks to family and thanks to all institutions that supported us during the year 2025.
So, how was it?
Really wonderful to cross over to a new year with a renewed mind, healthy. All we can do is to say to praise God for His blessings.
So, how is the county?
The county is doing very well. Everybody quiet. At this time in Lofa, it's cold. That's one of the best seasons. I love to be in Lofa because you don't need an air conditioner to be there. I mean, it's really cold, like in Europe. So, it's the county is kind of cool.
So somebody will be asking, what jacket is Momo Sarah's wearing today? Is it a senatorial jacket, a sports jacket? What kind of jacket you wearing?
No, today I'm wearing sport jackets.
Okay.
Got nothing to do with sanitary. Today is about Lofa County Sport Association.
But that's great. But thank you. It's great to have you here.
It's a pleasure as well.
Yes.
Yes, so, Senator, how is the Lofa County teams in this ongoing National County Sports Meet?
So honestly, the team is in high spirit. Our team practiced yesterday morning. They are in camp as we speak, so they are in high spirit, very high spirit, waiting for the final outcome of the saga that is ongoing at the Ministry of Youth and Sport when it comes to the National Sport Meet this year.
Okay, so besides the football, the basketball team is supposed to be in action today.
The basketball team got signed in yesterday. They were at my house for almost 4 hours. We had a pep talk with them, and I think they're supposed to be having a game today. And we are in high spirit in basketball. Don't forget, we are defending champ also in basketball.
Okay, but the kickball team, unfortunately, did not make it to the quarterfinal stage.
Another story for another day. I don't want to speak about the kickball situation because there are a couple of legal issue pending regarding the kickball situation.
So let's get to the ongoing. This issue of Lofa and Cape Mount is the biggest talking point in town today. Two of your players that play for your team, Wologisi FC, a Lofa County-based team, though today they are playing some matches in Montserrat County, got transferred from Wologisi to Howard FC, a third division team. But after your 3-1 victory over Grand Cape Mount, there was protest filed that these players were illegally transferred. So that sparked the biggest debate. Filed protest, they won the protest. You went to the appeal, you also won the appeal, but they are requesting you to go back on the pitch to play. We want to get the County Sports Steering Committee position on this matter.
Thank you. And honestly, I'm here in as much I'm here as chair on the Lofa County Sport Association. I'm also here as a national leader.
Okay.
And so it would be very candid if I speak the truth, but nothing but the truth.
Okay.
Because as a national leader, we're supposed to be setting examples and standards for our younger ones that come in. Suppose truth speaking is very, very key in our own leadership, and I've taken that to be very key. When it comes to integrity, I'm one person who have subscribed to integrity. I don't just mess time with my integrity. It doesn't matter how much it costs me, but I've always tried to withstand and maintain integrity. So I don't know whether Kidmo was frustrated because they did not qualify, and I could understand their pains. But the rat talk permeated in my mind. They didn't do a proper research. So the very team they're talking about is a team that got flocked by Grand Jude 2-0. With the same players playing on the pitch. Nobody complained about that. Nobody filed protest. But when Kidman got out, I can understand Kidman. Kidman was looking for at least a draw or 1-0 to qualify. Now, beating them 3-1 put them off the tournament. And that was painful. I can imagine that. But the story is that those two players are not illegal players. I will never, as a football stakeholder in this country who has raised a team from third division now to first division, and we want to participate in a situation that will undermine sports. I wouldn't want to do that. Matter of fact, I cannot, under no circumstances, be part of anything that will undermine reconciliations in this country. To dive into other things, in the Senate, I chair the National Security Committee. That is Defense Security, Intelligence, and Veteran Affairs. It is my work, it is my duty to make sure that peace prevails in this country at every level. Hence, I can't get involved with anything that will bring about conflict, intentionally or knowingly. So the issue of the two players that Kidmore ran with, these players play for Wologisi in the second division league. And when the club qualified to first division league, it is a prerogative of the coach to bring his listing. Because don't forget, payments are done per month to this Sunday. And not because you play in the first division league, third division league, if a team qualifies automatically, you play in the first division league. So while the coach was doing his test and practices and player behaviors and whatever it is, finally, after 2 or 3 matches, he brought his list that he was dropping 8 players, including Francis Doe and that of Jeremiah Jackson. Jeremiah. And those players' contract got terminated. There are evidence to it. It's not only Jeremiah Johnson and that of Francis. We have other players. One of them from Vonchema, lovely child. But because the league is highly competitive at the first league, he could not make it to the first league. So when the player said that these players were not in his plan, meaning they would not make his squad, we couldn't keep them. It means that if we keep them, we got to pay them. They themselves has to go and find a livelihood from somewhere. So a player will terminate that contract. The documents are there. Now, they want to have an FC. Our FC is a newly promoted FC. Wanted maybe pair some good players. It's not only Jeremiah from Unknown and Francis that wanted Howard FC. Howard FC went around looking for players. And it happens that Jeremiah and Francis were signed in for Howard FC. Matter of fact, they have even played 2 or 3 games of Howard FC. And it was interesting to note that those games records are still on the LFA portal or website. So, long story short, those players were duly and professionally transferred to the extent that those players has got their playing card for Howard FC. Those players are in the connect of Howard FC. Those players are on the game sheet of Howard FC. So what termed them illegal? They are not illegal. And even when we took an appeal, they really said it that the players are not eligible. But to stop them from playing is also injuring the right of the players. Which, if they wish, as an individual, they may want to find a redress. And the ruling said that there will be an investigation, and the players are willing to submit themselves to the investigation so that it can be clear, because they need to. After the counter meet, there's life after the counter meet. There's life after the counter meet. So they are, from my interactions, they will want to go through that investigation because they want to be clear. Because first, they themselves are thinking about their name, because they have to survive after counter meet. Counter meet is just a few weeks. The league is a couple of months. So they want clarity as well.
Yeah. So the issue of intention too is what matter. For example, Francis though just won 2 awards recently, the top goal scorer and the MVP in the second division. To have heard that Wurugisi FC terminated his contract,
You know, I've
it,
heard
it
that.
takes people to imagine some
And I
of these things.
agreed. And I agreed. Sylvester, I'm a club owner. I want to win the league. You think I want to get my best out to third division team just for counting me? Well, counting me is just a couple of months. Counting me benefit nothing from me. If my team goes to CAF, you know what it means to me. So you think I want to compromise my interest, my very interest, for counting me? But here is the case, and I asked this question millions of times. What are you allowing the players to go? He said his performance has dropped. He's not coming to practices, and I think he may have a different mindset. If I learned, sometimes someone told me that he was opting to go to another club. He wasn't interested in playing for World Easy. I mean, those are information that came to me. So I asked the player, the coach, all these questions. I as a club owner, spending almost $9,000 a month to maintain my club, when I want the best of players, Jeff Academy, I can't be stupid to do that.
Okay. So again, we have been following this issue. Sometimes players demote themselves to maintain their status in the county meet as well.
It happens.
But you have been accused, people have taken to social media to write all kinds of things about you. Oh, the senator knows what he's doing. He's doing this because he wants to maintain his county among the elite football counties. Lofa was not like this before his takeover. Today, he's in charge. He wants for Lofa to be winning every year.
So, Francis, this country is horrible. A lot of people don't investigate and come up. And the social media is just open. Anybody can go and write there and just say what they want to say, their personal feeling, opinion. It's on the media there. It depends on rational people to rationalize comments, and deduce the intent of the writer. And that's one of the main things that I'm pushing this appeal to come to a logical conclusion. Because it borders on integrity. It borders on integrity. Lofa, since we took over with the collaborations and the network we have built with the resilience that we brought to the years, Lofa is presently the current champ. I'm not hungry like other countries for cup. Honestly, if I want to be real, in my own spirit, it's a matter of every county participating. But when it comes to winning, as I sit here, I sit as a champ for two of the three discipline championship, basketball and football. What am I looking for? What do I actually get when I win this trophy? $2 million after spending $200,000.
US?
Yes. My last budget last year was $260,000 that we spent per record. Then the trophy is $2 million. So compare. It's just like it's a national.
Yeah, but you have to keep your people happy.
This is it. It's just because it's a national engagement and the pleasure and the comfort it brings to the citizens of Lofa County and the competition, the fun that. Sorry, look, that's it. But this county has got no monetary value attached to it. Most county has lost money and won trophy with no impact. So it's not something I want to injure my character about.
So the appeal board talked about rematch. What is Lofa's position on that ruling?
So you see, Lofa as a county is a law-abiding citizen. If the appeal board would have said Lofa lost appeal, would have gone and sat and recalibrated and regroup for next year. Over the years, we have seen that Lofa has been injured on many occasions, but we decide to accept of the results based on the organizing committee decisions and move forward. This same situation happened in 2022. Similar, identical situation happened in 2022. Lofa and the St. Kidmont were in Bombing. We got cheated so grossly. We took an appeal to the place. The people told us that our appeal time has elapsed. And so we lost it. Just the same way, the same 4 hours windows that is open for protest. We lost it. So what's the difference now? What's the difference in the rule in 2022 and now in 2025, 2026? What's the difference in the rule? So is it because Lofa has brought momentum to this particular tournament? Is it because Lofa has actually decided in the last few years to be vigorous and supportive and being forthcoming and making sure that Lofa has won a lot of accolades? Is it enviousness, or is it because Lofa has? I mean, I can imagine why.
Who you think is envying Lofa?
Well, I would say people who do not want to see Lofa excelled in some ways. Because I honestly do not know why Lofa is being so targeted. On another issue, you remember you talk about the kickball, that kickball is out and I said it's going to be legal. Those are people who know kickball. Take the video between Grand Kidmore and Lofa. Watch that video. Lofa, guess what? Grossly cheated. Lofa only needed a one run, I call it a home run or whatever, to win. Lofa was denied. In as much as they had the ability to even go 3 home, they were denied. And look, the guys got angry. We do not subscribe to aggressiveness, rudeness, or violence. Lofa content we don't have that in our DNA. But the story will be told another day. See what happens. Lofa has been cheated on many occasions, and we let it go because of single piece. So what now?
Do you think Francis Doe and Jeremiah Johnson's suspension might cause Lofa to lose the rematch?
So, good question. Jeremiah and Francis were not in the match between Grand Bassa and Lofa. And Lofa won that game 3-0. They're not indispensable to the team. Jeremiah and Francis did not play in the Grand Bassa and Lofa game. But yet, Lofa won Bangladesh 3-1. Jeremiah and Francis came into the game, Grand Judah and Lofa, 15 minutes for the game to be over. Lofa lost 2-0. Nobody complained. It's okay for Lofa to lose. But when Lofa beat there, it becomes a problem. What kind of tournament are we having? They let Lofa just withdraw for the entire tournament and let the 14 kind of play. Since Lofa is being considered as a threat because of the lot of resources and mobilization that we, as chairperson, have brought in with the people of Lofa County. Decided now that this county meet can make our people happy, we'll put some energy into it. People are angry. So they let Lofa just withdraw from the county meet 2026 and let the other 4 county for the play. Because Lofa is continuing to be envy in the process.
Are you going for the rematch?
This is what the appeal said. We will have to. Like I said, we are law-abiding citizens in Lofa. If the appeal would have said to us that, oh, you have lost the appeal, protest, because we took advantage of the due process with football administration. The protest, if you lost the protest, you can take an appeal. The appeal, in my mind, from what I learned, is the final, decision-making body when it comes to grievances in the Liberia Football Association, unless in the county meet scenario. So they have said what they have said. We are law-abiding citizens. We feel hurt. We feel injured that you suspended 2 of our players. We feel injured that we won a match and you overturn that and telling us to replay. We feel really injured. But if that's the decision of the people, so be it. We are Lufians. We are law-abiding citizens.
Okay, we understand you have been cited for another conference along with Grant Kipman this time by the Ministry of Youth and Sports.
Well, the lawyers are perfecting whatever they do. But again, I was told that it's just unprecedented the way things are going because Lofa. There's never real argument from what I learned under the National Sport Association rule that if an appeal has brought in the ruling, there must be real argument. Get more from what I heard from the document, they asked for real argument. The people has ruled, he asked for real argument and asking the chairman to recuse himself. What is that desperation? What's such a desperation? Under the rules, unless I'm told, unless I'm informed, or unless I'm enlightened, that there has never been a situation where the appeal board ruled and someone asked for real argument. I don't know where that is coming from in this year's activities. But again, as law-abiding citizens, our lawyer will respond. Our lawyers are ready to argue this thing all the way. We have one of the best criminal lawyers in the country. They are ready and ready to argue it all through. So our lawyers will be there to re-argue. If the organizing committee says that is legit or it is a way or it's under their rules for re-argument, our lawyers will be ready to re-argue.
So the theme and purpose of the National County Sports Meet is about unity, reconciliation, which will eventually lead to national development and all of that. Liberians have really embraced this particular event. Now the way it is dragging, considering the purpose of the tournament, what do you think all of these things that are happening will cause this tournament and the country in general?
So, and that's why we are going through the appeal process. In every situation, there are due process. And let me just encourage all of the other counties to remain focused, and so that the intention of the county meet stands: reconciliation, love for county. It brings citizens together. The euphoria, the fun that it plays, I would just appeal to other counties not to get it out. This is just a process. I'm sure it has happened before, and the process went on. And I just ask that all other counties should consider that this is the intent of the organizer. In as much as there is an issue with Kidmon and Lofa, it should not get the taste out. Let them go through the legal proceedings. Whatever justification that is said or is proffered, honor the organizing committee instructions that we all abide by since in fact. And that's one of the reasons why my lawyer wanted to dissent and they refused the ruling from the appeal board regarding rematch and the suspension of Francis Doe and Jeremiah Johnson. But I said to them again, this is about reconciliation. This is about love for county and the unity the activity brings to the table. Let's accept and move forward. It is a legally constituted body who has brought forth this ruling. Let's accept it and move forward. If we want to rematch, if Kidman beats Lofa, so be it. If Lofa beats Kidman, so be it. Nothing bueni. There is still another county meet camp 2026. There's another one. This is an annual event. So if Lofa beats Kidman, I admonish Kidman to take the result and go and recalibrate. If Kidman beats Lofa, I encourage Lofa to take the result and go and recalibrate. This is anybody's game. Kidman has a good team.
So your point is the ruling from the appeal board should stand. Lofa and Cape Mount should go to the rematch. Whoever wins closes the matter.
That is what the appeal board said. And as a law-abiding citizen, and like I said, chairing the National Security Committee that has to do with peace and security in this country, I will have to bend over to do some of these things, and because of the peace of the country, which is, of course, we're bending over. So that is what the appeal board said, and we cannot go and and begin to do something contrary to what the people have said. We took advantage of the due process under the organizing committee structure.
Okay. So, as steering committee chairperson, since taking over this position, what are your achievements?
Well, I don't like to blow my own trumpet, but people who have watched this county me from 1964 to present says, on our administration, on our leadership as chaired, Lofa has elevated so bigly that Lofa is considered now one of the big counties into football activities, or into the county activity. Many years I learned Lofa was not having that status where we were not even able to most time to even come to qualifiners. Very few times we came to quarterfinals, and at many times we got eliminated by quarterfinal, semifinal. Very few times we came to final. So, since we took over, the history says that we have won 2 county meet in the football categories, 2 tournaments, 2 cups, 2 trophies. in the kickball tournament, we have also won 2 categories back to back. And last year, we won the basketball. So right now, we have 5 trophies from the national level that is sitting in our corners as winners of the national county meet. So I want to say that LOFA under our administration has done immensely well when it comes to the county meet engagement.
So, LOFA comprised of 6 traps. And under your watch, we have seen this issue of peace. You have managed, for everyone to be on board, working together to ensure the unity of the county. How you manage?
So for me, LOFA is my common denominator. If you cut me and plot, what you see is LOFA. And even to the extent politically, when I decided to run for a central position, my team and my party slogan was one LOFA. Look, any house that is divided in itself will not hold. If you look at LOFA in the last few years, you see the development, you see the unity. And sport is one of the cardinal instruments that bring unity amongst citizens because it has no political dimension, it has no tribal dimension, it has no religious dimensions. It's sport, it's sport. Everybody's going for the win. And we were opportune to be the fighter. Everybody saw us to be a sons and a lover of sport and a unifier in LOFA. Everybody's on board because we do not have any political connections to say, oh, because I'm from the political party, other political party will block my interests. I am an independent candidate in LOFA, and LOFA is what we all must stand for, and that's what we have done over the years.
Okay, so we've listened to different opinion leaders. Some talk about institutionalizing the national contest post meet. I don't know what that means. Listen to one of your colleagues, Senator Jonathan Subway, who talked about that. And then, so if I may ask you, what do you think, in your own opinion, the national contest post meet should look like?
So, matter of information, I co-chair the Youth and Sport Committee in the Liberal Senate.
Yeah.
So, when our colleague brought this, we all overwhelmingly accepted, and right now the law is going through the legislative process. The intent of the framework or the proponent of that law is to make sure that we benefit the counties that are hosting, and we put in more professional structure into county meet. Says in fact, the county meet now, from what we say, is the biggest sport event in the country. And we can't be playing county meet, and county people who have won the county meet has benefited nothing, and they have no institution. For example, LOFA has won 5 tournaments. What can we show in LOFA? As winners of 2-time football, winner of 2-time kickball, and winner of 1-time basketball. What can LOFA show? Nothing. You gave me $2 million after spending $200,000. $2 million. So it's a joke. We just go into this thing for the love of the county, for the love of the game, and the way it brings all of us together, as the fun that it brings on board. That's all. So the proponent of that law is saying to us, and that we agree that let's institutionalize this whole national campaign. In fact, for entertainment, and so. There will be a lot of structures. Let me not waste my time talking about the law because I don't have much time here because people may want to ask some questions. Let me not waste my time, but that is the law that we're going to carry, and that is the law that we're going to pass in the next few months to come to institutionalize football, the national county activities.
All right. So another thing, Senator, a couple of weeks or months ago, there was this groundbreaking ceremony for the construction of LOFA Stadium. Since then, nothing much has been heard about it. Is the work ongoing?
No. It doesn't mean because you're not loud in the social media mean nothing is going on. That's a fact. Look, the stadium will be built. In fact, we brought in the soil tester from Europe, from Holland. And they tested the soil. The results are back. Even the sample of the turf are already in country. So we are making immense progress with the county, with the stadium construction.
Yeah. So let's get the capacity and how you think the stadium going to be like.
So the stadium is going to be up to 14,000 seating capacity, and in the next few months, years to come, LOFA will have one of the best stadiums in the country. I can assure you that.
There's something I want to understand. It's about the replay match. I mean, does it potentially impact the standing of Lofa County in the tournament?
Well, I would say yes, but we're not fear because Lofash has been in this tournament ready for quarterfinals because we won our game 3-1. So injure us. We are at a disadvantage. Kidman is really trying to try its way through. But we have already won our match. And we are saying that we were not wrong in any way. Even the people said it in their ruling, in their holding, that Lofa did not feel any eligible players. So we are injured. But however, for the sake of peace and the sake of the tournament, we will want to go back. We don't have problem. It's a law of the country. It's a law of the game. And we are law abiding citizens. But Lofa is actually injured in this situation because we are already qualified.
So in the midst of all of these things, like you said, Lofa qualified. Today you are going back to play, and most of your citizens are also fighting on social media. They don't want to see a rematch. What special message do you have for them as a leader they're depending on?
Look, this is an annual event, and it's meant for peace, unity, and reconciliation. The appeal board has spoken. We will have to accept it, whether it pains us or not. For the sake of the game, we have to accept it. For the sake of love of country, we have to accept it. For the sake of rule of law, we have to accept it.
Okay, so we can have some public interaction.
Yeah, so before we get to the public, another thing I want us to say, your team Wologisi FC, the name Wologisi is just the symbol of Lofa. Are Lofians actually in support of your agenda or ideas in having the first division team from Lofa?
So what I know is, as we speak, the club is single-handedly managed by me. But I'm sure Lufians will come. And that's sad in our county. Sometimes people wait and see. Like you already mentioned, when we got into football, and let me, in this public manner, appreciate the former superintendent of Lofa County, Honorable Kamara. This is a superintendent that knew me from nowhere. I was never in sport. I'm a security expert. I was always in security. I did support the county me through financial support many years back. But sitting in my office in 2018, and I received a communication from the superintendent appointing me as chair on the steering committee of the Lofa County Sport Association with zero knowledge on football. Zero knowledge. But because of love of county, when I had my face-to-face consultation with him, I accepted the position. And normally, and that's what people don't know me about, I'm a fighter. I fight to the end. I don't subscribe to losses or defeat. I'm a fighter. And since we took over, we saw the issues with the county sport meet, with the organizing committee, with the situation in Lofa. We recalibrated. We brought everybody on board. The Jefferson coach that supported us many years back, that brought some level of support, I was able to organize, and that is where our strength came from. And let me be clear about it. We organized what we call the Lofa Night. And at that night program, all Lofians, whether from opposition, whether from ruling party, came together under one umbrella. From civil society, from independence, came one together. We agreed that Lofa was going to be one going forward when it comes to sport. And that helped us to a large extent. So when that happens, and we started putting all our resources, our time, and our energy, our expertise into it, Lofa began to see some level of improvement in sport. And I said to myself, and I saw very talented young people in Lofa. I said, but why can't we organize a football team at the third division level, and so that these young people can benefit from their talents? And that's how we did some scouting, and the third division team was established called Waragisi in Vonjama. Waragisi came from third division to second division, and interestingly and more importantly, in the second division, Waragisi won the title that qualifies her to go to first division. So this is a big history for Lofa. Lofa has got the very first county first division team in Lofa called Waragisi. Honor our leadership and honor our administration. Now we are about to build a stadium. Do you know what it will mean? And I'm encouraging Lofians on my voice to come to the aid and support the Waragisi, because if Waragisi go international, those games will be played in Vonjama.
I was just about to ask whether that's what inspired the county to actually think about constructing.
Yes, that could be one of the driving force that Lofa already have. We can't be here as Waragisi having home in Monrovia. It doesn't make sense. And we have to innovate, and make sure that we do things that the future will benefit from. So building a 14,000 capacity, and it's not going to be a stadium, it's going to be a complex. Matter of fact.
Yeah.
Lofa is going to benefit from a lot more of services when this stadium is built, and Waragisi as a team is going international, because you have the entertainment center, you have the service center, you have the hotels. I mean, you have other services that the stadiums and the game in Lofa will just benefit from.
Oh, that means you're going to have Waragisi Hotel.
Of course. You ask the question. Wait and see.
Okay. So I don't know whether your media team or your technical officers at Waragisi, send this communication to you. At the recently luxurious LFA Awards ceremony, 3 awards were given to Waragisi. The coach won the best coach of the year, and Francis Doe, the player in question, won the top goal scorer and the MVP.
So I was even invited to that program as an award presenter. I was rated officially by the LFA. Unfortunately, I was in Lofa. The president was in Lofa, and it was festive season. We politicians have to be with our people when it's festive season. So I wasn't in Monrovia, I was in Lofa, but I mean, like I said, when I decided to do something, and people think it's the county meet. Oh, Cyrus is a county meet, it's about Cyrus and the county meet. I don't fight a small fight. Fighting is in my DNA. Positive fighting is I don't fight a small fight, unless I don't want to fight. But you see, what do you see? What do you see tapping? That's Cyrus. You see, Lofa County Sports Steering Committee emerging. That's Cyrus with the leadership. What is the leadership? So when it comes to Cyrus' leadership, don't underestimate it. We are fighters. So, and we'll be making some very strong decision at the end of this interviews.
Yeah, but my question, I know my colleagues want to go to the line. You have been in charge of Lofa County Sports Steering Committee position for a while, and former Superintendent William Tamakamba named you General Steering Committee. Maybe others want to serve, and you just serving.
So, like I said, I will be making some very serious pronouncement at the end of this interview. So let's wait for that time, and then we will make some serious pronouncement.
Okay, we have to go to the line 0777.
So we also understand. Is it others? Is it interview also in other in the country?
We're sorry to say that this interview, my Lofa business, you can't play with it. So this interview is being relayed by 4 or 5 other stations in Vonjama. So my people of Lofa County are under my voice as we speak.
Okay, we go to the line 0777 700 995 0555 995 995. People have already been calling. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, you're live.
Thank you. My name is Okara Brisbane. I do join from Jagosan Ria.
Okay.
I want to say good morning to the chairman for Lofa County. I hear from Nima, but I want to ask the senator because it is a public information. I want to ask him pertaining the ruling that came from the Ministry of Youth and Sport, because he said that the player was not they came on the ball as a team and they not came illegally. So why is it that the Ministry of Youth and Sport or the steering committee from the protest took the people? And my question is, the player, if they reschedule the game today, that the will be played today, the same player that was removed, are they going to play in the game? Because you said that it was hour to play the league and they came on board the way this also can. What are they going to play in the match today if the match is scheduled to today again?
Okay, let's keep the questions short, and then.
Okay, so let's take a sports stakeholder. He's on the line. Good afternoon. That's good morning. Your name, where are you joining us from?
My name is Melton Yoko, the chairman for Motorado Sub Association. Mr. Honorable Cyrus Momo, thank you very much for your deliberation on the radio. I've just realized that the county meet is different from any other league because what has been happening at this county meet is different from football status. First of all, Mr. Momo, all of you went over there, you sat down, you agreed to sign a law that say protest should be 4 hours time. How can you file protest in 4 hours when the game is then play over a weekend? Somebody game will be playing in the night time. When will you be able to file the protest and do unnecessary things? And if the protest investigation won LOFA and you took an appeal, which is right, you went to the appeal. I don't see a reason why the appeal again would say we should have a replay and then the 2 players being banned. That's wrong. It's not supposed to be. So if you want to appeal, you want to appeal. If the protest, you lost the protest because your player not eligible, it means your player not eligible. Period. Thank you.
Thank you. I agree with you. Thank you. And so let me just answer these 2 questions, or somebody has to be taking the note for me and remind me if.
Okay,
if
maybe you could just address the questions.
Okay, so the 2 questions is that whether the player will be playing today, and that's why I said that Lofa has been injured in some way. But as a law-abiding citizen, we will have to accept the rulings. But Lofa is not pleased with the ruling in its totality because those players, even in the holding, says they are not illegible. They are illegible. It means that they did not do any wrong. And even they are even asking us as a steering committee to replace the 2 players immediately. So that is an indication that we were not wrong. But for the sake of whatever in the wisdom of the appeal committee decided that there should be rematch and those 2 players should not play, it's in their rulings, and we can't question the ruling. They say the ruling is final. But we felt injured about that decision as well because we totally want to protest because you said that the players are illegible. You overturned the ruling of the protest committee that took us out. So that is a clear indication that we have won this protest. But to come back and say to us that the 2 players cannot play, we feel injured about that. And to say that the 2 players cannot play, but you can recruit 2 additional players, we feel we are injured about that ruling. And the second thing about it is that I agree. If the protest is won, it's won. I don't know why they're talking about a read argument. There was a ruling from the protest committee, and under the allowance of due process with the county meet, we took an appeal. We took advantage of the process, and we took an appeal, and the appeal board has reversed the decision of the protest board. So we won. Why are you saying to us that these 2 players should not play? Why are we having re-argument again? That's why I said initially this is a new dispensation, a new phenomenon for us. But again, as law-abiding citizens, we will go about what the organizing committee wants us to do.
Okay, let's take this. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, you live. What's your name?
This is Emmanuel Tebas, and I call from Bishop Island.
Emmanuel, tell the man.
Yeah, so I said this is Emmanuel Barnes, and I call from Bishop Island.
Okay.
So, yeah, basically, I think Senator Cyrus and his team has brought this county meet to a political stance other than the peace and reconciliation that is intended for. Senator Cyrus has been in football administration for a very long time. He is aware that once the transfer window closes, transfer can never take place. Francis Doe participated in the November 16 game for Wologisi FC. Then on December 7, they claim to have transferred them to a 3rd division team when the transfer window of penalty closed on October 31. How can he reconcile that?
So
Then
let me answer this question.
the next one here is
This is a very important question.
they claim that they did no wrong, but they accept rematch. On protest, once there should be a winner.
So let me answer this question.
So I could take another one and answer.
Okay.
All right. So we have another person, Deacon Bob Johnson, a financial man into sports. Deacon, welcome.
Thank you. Happy New Year.
Okay, Senator, hearing you.
I call purposely for the senator to allay my concern the appeal board ruling to me is quite different from the protest committee ruling. The protest committee rules that Lofa should forfeit the points. Then they took an appeal that no. Then the appeal board said no, you all could replay the game, but the other players should not play. Why is that applicable in footballing?
So
I think the LFA need to come out to provide explanation, because even though while it is true that we are playing county meets that will reunite or unite the people of Liberia, it is being done only auspices of the LFA. Can they provide explanation as to the conflicting ruling? God bless you, Deacon Johnson.
So two very important questions, and that's one of the reasons why I'm here, because a lot of people has not understood the issues, and that's one of the reasons why I made it my business to come to electing the public mind of some of the issues that they don't actually have not understood. So the issue of transfer, we are not member of LFA system. We do not control LFA system as a county. Henceforth, transfer is not on our jurisdiction or in our power. We saw this player playing in the 3rd Division League after their contract was being terminated. They in fact have a playing card. They in fact play 2 or 3 matches. They in fact their names are on game sheet. If they keep for justification for Lofa County and the coach and the technical team in their wisdom fair that they could use them at the 3rd Division, what wrong has Lofa done? We're not LFA. We do not connect. And these people are in the connect of LFA as 3rd Division players. How do we know that their transfer was legal or illegal, or transfer window closed or not? And in my mind, I think the window for 3rd Division is still open. So these people went to 3rd Division League. They didn't go to upper league. So apparently, 3rd Division window is open, and the people terminated with a terminated letter. Any 3rd Division player could take any 3rd Division team could take them, because their letters they be terminated from the 1st Division League. So they were free agents. So a 3rd Division. What I know, from what I know, you talk about football administration, is that they couldn't have gone in the 2nd Division portal because the 1st and 2nd Division may have been closed. But 3rd Division is still open, and they were free agents. What made them not to play? They were dismissed from World. They were not in the plan of the coach. So should they sit and don't make income or don't earn income from their career? So we can't be held liable. Someone talk about the appeal board, and I agree. And I keep saying, as I said, my lawyers did not want to accept the appeal board decisions, because you overturn the decision of the protest committee, which was very, laudable, because the protest committee was just one of the worst situations we ever had. You talk about windows being open for 4. That's how we lost. We bear the same time weekends in Grand Kingdom. We came to Monrovia. It's the same weekend. That's the framework of the law. That's the rule that governed it. I did not make the rule. I was never part of the rule making. I did not make it. This is what the rule says. And so if Lofa violated the 4 hours window, stipulated time, and forfeited their game, why came on forfeited too under the same circumstances? So I wasn't part of the 4 hours ruling that you should protest within 4 hours. I wasn't part of it, so I can't take responsibility of that. I'm only participating in the tournament and going by the rules of the tournament.
Okay, thank you. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
You're live.
Okay.
I'm Hamza Peshkosta calling from Cloudtown this morning.
Okay, go ahead.
I want to ask the senator, on November 16, the 2 players in question play for Olokisi in the 4th Division League. So I want to know when the transfer occurred between Olokisi FC and that of.
Okay.
Hello.
And that is the club they went to. That's what he said.
Yeah, how FC? You addressed that.
Okay.
When the transfer
let me do
occurred.
this one, then he will.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And we are also live on Spoon Network.
Yeah, Spoon Network.
Yeah, 107.5.
Is that cool as well?
Spoon Network.
Yes, go ahead. Go ahead.
Am I live?
Go ahead, you're live. Go ahead.
Oh, thank you. My name is Jamel. I'm calling you from Marka. Marka, there is.
But who is Jamel?
Hello?
Jamel,
Go
who?
ahead, you're live.
Oh, okay. So I'm okay. I'm calling from Bains and I'm watching OKFN, and I'm seeing the honorable senator of Norfolk County online, trying to clarify.
Go ahead and make your point,
to
my young man.
provide the public with the necessary information. Two things. I just say that the windows of first division and second division is closed, but then the window of third division is open. So the players involved were terminated, and they were taken by Norfolk County to play for Norfolk County. So how come like I said, Greg Kimmer is playing baby when if we all are all victims of the law. Norfolk forfeited a point with the same Greg Kimmer County in the past league where we played then in Pommy when Pommy was hosting the league. And we came in moreover, and the same committee said that we did not file in the appropriate time. We forfeited that point. So why now this time around Norfolk is being treated this way? I think we all are a victim of this of circumstances relative to the workings of Mission Event Sports, and we all need to just go to the game because of peace and reconciliation. Nobody should be playing paper here. We are all victims of the law.
Okay.
So Norfolk County is not just accepting what we accept it because of the peace of the game.
Okay, Jamel.
Okay. I think you get adjusted to.
Okay, so yes, like you said, we are being injured as well. Like you said, we have been grossly injured as well with these decisions because we are seeing and maintain that our players are not illegal. These players were transferred, and as we speak, as to whether when they got transferred, when they did not get transferred, I don't have the records here to speak to it as definitely when they got transferred, when they did not get transferred. But we know that they are playing in the third division league as we speak, and the results of those third division league match stay on LFA system. So we don't want to speak for an institution that we're not part of. We know that these two players have got a playing card, which is very key.
But they are in the because
They are in the
FIFA
connect.
has a system they call connect system.
They are in the
FIFA
connect of
self
the,
monitor
listen to me. They are in the connect of how I see
as third division.
as third division players. It's there. The connect is there. It's all over on social media.
But why all this?
I don't know. And because Lofa. Because Lofa. Because Lofa. The connect is there, which I don't understand why we're going where we're doing.
Why do you think it's Lofa?
Because everybody feel that Lofa has been doing very well in the academy a few times. Why should it be Lofa? First, why should it be Cyrus all the time? Cyrus all the time. No, but I don't take fight lately. So it's all about envy in some quarters. And it's all about people being generous for Lofa to be in this match because they know Lofa is a giant. That's what I think, in my opinion.
Okay, let me take this call. Hello?
Yeah, good morning.
Morning, quickly, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm already secretly calling from Kakata to be the Bani community. Yeah, I think Honorable Sarah said all this morning. Even in Europe, it happened there. Yeah, the Premier League, they can close the transfer window, but another side, the transfer window can be open, and you can be opportune to sign your player when the transfer window is closed in another area. You can sign player, and the player will be able to play in a particular.
Why you call another area?
A different argument though.
And then be present in that. On a zero low. But for the pitch sake, so I want to appeal to my senator because for this morning, even in Kakata here, there are a lot of radio stations. They are talking show on it, talking all kind of things because the president from Rufa, that's what they want to do it. So I appeal to my senator this morning that for peace sake, at least let it just give it, let it go, and we get prepared for.
No, but the senator said Lofa is going to abide by the ruling from the appeal board to go and play the rematch. So I don't think they have a big problem yet.
Yeah, but the people not understanding it. They feel that because the president from the country, and that's why the president, in fact, the president talking a lot of things this morning. We following them and we listen to them because of peace sake. And the days that we can get prepared, we focus our options.
All right, thank you. Let's see whether that is Senator respond, whether the biggest company in the country get any.
So that is very key, and I've heard this in a lot of quarters. The president that I know for many years is not a cheater. He doesn't get involved with anything that is a cheat in his nature. That's what I know him to be. For the many years that I've known him to be. So, are we suffering latches because the president is from the county? Are we suffering latches because the Minister of Youth and Sport is from the county? In that very ministry, the man who accepted the appeal is from Kidman, Harry Yonton. We have Honorable Andy Kwame from Nimba. So the Ministry of Youth and Sport has got representations in the ministry. So the ministry is balanced in terms of tribes and county. When it comes to the president, they say the vice president is from Nimba. The speaker is from Moserado County. The protest is from Grand Bassa. These are three cardinal important people in the country that have due influence over anything they want to do. So why are you labeling the president? Is it because this is the frustrating part about Liberia, and Liberians, when we are 178 years and we are where we are, limitations, and we just talk blankly about things instead of us calculating and being very constructive and be innovative about issues. All we want to do is to bring. Because the president is from Lofa. Is it because the Minister of Youth and Sport is from Lofa? So Lofa should be cheated and defeated.
Yes. So Senator, let me somebody on the international. Let me speak to this person. Hello.
Hello, this is we are Ethan Harris, and I call from Sweet DJ Sported. Good morning to Honorable Saros, and I got two questions for him, straight to the point. He's the owner of Woodgate FC, and looking at their project and the players that left the club, Francis and Jeremiah Johnson. In the Connect system, they are on loan, but he's talking about they were terminated. And the next one, he said, if the player show up for justification, how can Jeremiah Johnson shows up for justification with Lufa County when he then doing excellent? And he, Cyrus, understood the transfer system. His players show up for third division. I did not verify how his players left the club and at the end of the third division. The next one is how Lufa County are accepting to remove two players they claim that are not illegal in the county beat. So the players that are leaving county beat, would it be replaced with Division 1 players or third division players? Thank you.
So the players part of the ruling will be, if we have accepted as a piece of Bali citizen, the players will be replaced by third division players. He talked about the connect. We do not have control. This is where the public is trying to subject Lofa to another system. We are not part of LFA system. We saw the people playing in the third division league and we went for them. The records are there. They are part of the Connect in the third division league. If you open Howard FC right now, they are on they are on Howard Connect. What do we have to do with that? They are third division. They have played. I keep saying, and this is a point we are raising, and this is our point, and this is our justification. This is our reliance. The people are playing the third division league. They are on a game sheet. They are in the Connect of third division team. They have played, and they have a play card. Meanwhile, this player passed through the Ministry of Youth and Sport and for game sheet. For playing card, all of their cards were stamped as players for third division. Where do we go wrong? We went through the process. So if another system did not do due diligence or did not do proper work, why should Lofa suffer the latches? Now I hear people saying, "Oh, Sarah is trying to take football to politics." No, that's not my intent. My intent is that when the people of Lofa asked me through the former superintendent and my continuation by the present superintendent, Honorable Marka, they said, "Sarah, can you kindly hold on?" It's right to have reappointed another steering committee chairperson. In a different leadership, different, but the honorable superintendent asked me, Cyrus, can you kindly hold on while we find somebody? I don't have a written communication from Honorable Lavla Masakwa as chair on the steering committee. He just asked me to hold on. My communication that I have that is documented is from the former superintendent, Honorable Kamara, who appointed me as chair on the steering committee. Honorable Masakwa has just asked me to hold on. Why he find a suitable person? So I'm not perpetuating myself to be chairman. It is the people of Lofa who are asking me to serve this position on their behalf.
Okay, having followed the county meet for a very long time, being a stakeholder in the county meet now, do you think there are things within the structure that are not correct that you think should be changed? What are those things that you think should be changed?
Firstly, the proceeds that come to the county. The proceeds that come to the county. We have to relook at that. While we do the laws for the a charity, the proceeds that come to the county is immaterial. You can play all the games. You spend 200,000 depending on your ability of the country. I'm sure country like Nima spend more because they have social development fund, and other countries may even spend more. But Lofa, from a last engagement, has always been 164,000, 200,000 in between there for all the last time I've been there. Talking about money being paid to players because we pay our players very well. We make sure that they are comfortable, and we make sure that they practices. And they are paid hands-on. So. We have set up benchmarks, I think, like other countries like NIBA has done. So we have to look at what benefit we get. In the absence of that, people will get weary to go to the tournament. If you win and you get nothing and you go through all the expenses, you get nothing. Mm-hmm. And other laws that I may not want to say here for time's sake, but the national government and that of the Ministry of Youth and Sport and LFA need to sit down and relook at all these rules. Since in fact the county has taken a very positive momentum.
Okay, so you said you were about to make a big decision at the close of the program, yes. But any other project in the country besides the stadium project? Before you make your big decision?
You're talking about my project, individual project? Or
maybe from the sports angle, sports program?
No, but we just received a deed from some citizens of FOIA when the president visited, and that deed was given to us by the Minister of Internal Affairs, Honorable Secretary Yima. They are also talking about opening a fee. Maybe we may upgrade it to a stadium. But firstly, we're trying to build a field there because the field they used to use, have overgrown, and a lot of marketeers around there. It doesn't make it safe for football activities anymore. So some communities has given the FOIA community through the sports steering committee some land. That particular document was turned over to the president by the superintendent of the county.
So basketball, football, or what? What would be built there?
So they will decide. The external committee will decide. We haven't decided. Stakeholders got to sit down and decide as to what they want to do with the land. But I know it's a sport facilities has been given to us for sports facility to be erected there. That's what the citizens gave it to the people for.
So what's about basketball in Weimar itself?
Yeah, we are building a basketball court right now. We are encouraging young people to play basketball because basketball is one of the international sport. So we are also encouraging people to play basketball, young people to play basketball. So we are under the process right now of building one of the best basketball court in the country.
So before we let you go, what is the big decision you want to make before you leave?
Look, so and let me say this. I have enjoyed working with the steering committee, all of the stakeholders, the players, the technical team, the mobilizations, the finance team, the stakeholders. I've enjoyed working with them. Like somebody said, I've served the country for over 8 years in these positions. Now that the superintendent asked me to hold on, I'm using this public media to resign my position as chair on the Lofa County Sport Association as from this moment. I will remain committed to the county as a senator. Sport will be one of my focus. But as chair on the steering committee of the Lofa County Sport Association, I hereby resigned And I will have the conversation with the superintendent thereafter because I wasn't giving a formal communication to serve as chairperson, so I wouldn't write a formal communication to him, but we'll have a conversation. But at this moment, I'm resigning as chair on the steering committee of the Local Sports
What
Association.
impact will this decision have on the issue at hand?
Well, we have big stakeholders, even better than me, more innovative than me and more influential than me. I'm sure the steering committee will take on. But again, I said, I'm not because I'm resigning as chairman, meaning that I'm not a Lofa County citizen. I have all right to dive into sport activities as a senator.
If you acquire a point to come back,
that would be another decision to consider, but family discussion.
Any parting comments?
Well, I want to say thanks to you, thanks to Lofa County, thanks to the superintendent, thanks to the government, thanks to the stakeholder of Lofa County for giving me the opportunity for 8 years to have served this position, winning 5 different cups, in 3 different categories: football, basketball, and kickball. I want to say thanks. My services will always be available. My office are open for for the engagement when it comes to sport. And like I said, I'm the co-chair of youth and sport, and I have a football team called Wologisi, which is symbolically is a Lofa team. So I will be engaged with football in Lofa County. But as chair of the steering committee, I hereby resign.
Okay, thank you so much, Sylvester. Thank you.
you're welcome.
Marka.
and for your information, tomorrow we are hoping to have with us River G County Senator Jonathan Borja Sigbe to elaborate